Hi, Larry. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Um, so when we were doing the open mic, thank God it's Sunday. Chad was online doing a live stream. Sorry, I'm drinking water now. I'm not drinking beer anymore. I've got 2 bottles of water. Um, and one of the super chats, and I've already known where this guy stands, what his views are, because he just won't shut the fuck up about it. It's his whole thing, and it's like I don't do that on my YouTube most of the time. On my Instagram, sure, but that's not what my YouTube is for. That's not what my content, my channel is for the most part. But I'm also not going to stand by while these guys are running rampant in this community. So here's the Chud himself, Chudhole Prime. Thinks he's some kind of based dude or something. Just stupid. And then he got this super chat from this guy, SF49er Brian, which is I guess San Francisco 49ers. He's a 49ers fan and also a SS Gestapo motherfucker, or as that one bitch would say, gazpacho. See a gazpacho? No, Gestapo is the word you're looking for. But I don't really want to read this chat on stream. Because obviously if you look at the word actually, you'll see the whole fucking problem here, right? And when Chad got this super chat, did he say, "Oh, you can't say that. I don't abide by this." He was just like, "Oh, thanks for the donation. I'm an idiot. Thank you very much." Because obviously this is the type of space that he wants to harbor. A space for people like this. SF49er Brian, who will literally make a super chat with a hate group's name in it. Specifically, well, I can read the text. It's just you can see what the letters are. Shout to you, my friend, and the ma'am, true American patriots who actually serve our country, and you can see what's in that actually. So this is Chad's main base right here, right? Oh look, and here's some guy making shit up. I'm sure Chad was saying people are trying to dox him. Nobody's trying to dox you, Chad. No one's trying to dox you. You're doing a good enough job of shooting yourself in the foot and ruining your own base. And actually, that Thompson 85 guy, that's the guy that brought the woke toy Avengers together. That's the Nick Fury of the group right there, even though he's not one of the good guys. And then we got, oh look, Dreadnought is in there, another dumb fuck. Then we got James Lucas 73 replying to that guy's super chat. Hell yeah, agreed. So now we know that James Lucas 73 is also, and I've seen this guy before in chat. I've seen a lot of these people before. I've actually interacted with Headcanon over on Figure Fight Club's channel. So if you are in Chad's chats at this point, you are interacting with Chad, I'm just labeling you all as one giant group of pieces of crap. That's where I'm at. I know he's got botted viewers. I'm sure he didn't have that many people watching at this point. What is it? 138. Okay, so this fucking guy, right? He had 12K subscribers. Now he's down to 11.6K. So he's lost 400 subscribers. How does someone who have 11K subscribers only have 138 viewers? You want to know why? Because most of his views are bots. Most of his subscribers are bots. He buys his viewers. They're not real fucking people. And the real people that watch Chad's channel are chuckle fucks like this. Sneaky, what's going on? Kingsley. Jeff, just get the fuck out of here. I've seen the shit that you say on his shit. Just get the fuck out of here. Bye. I know, right? Just ruining shit for everybody else. Ruining shit for everybody else. Richard, how's it going? Buying subscribers is loser activity. Absolutely is. Like, how do you have 11K subscribers and 138 viewers. Numbers don't really add up there, Chad. Don't really add up there, Chad. Oh, now I'm mad because I saw that person that I just removed from my shit when this guy, oh man. And the mental gymnastics that this guy does. He was mad that people were calling out Sergeant Slaughter for cheering Trump on for quote unquote rescuing the soldiers from Iran. The soldiers that Trump sent there, right? Frankie, what's going on? I'm kind of pissed right now. Actually, I'm not kind of pissed. I'm really fucking pissed. Um, but here you can see what's going on in Chad's chats, Frankie. Literal, and there's more. Don't this whole chat. His whole chat is toxic. His whole chat is full of just bullshit. The worst kind of bullshit you've seen. The worst kind of people you've ever seen. And all these people that are in this chat, I recognize them because they're shit stirrers. They're the worst part of the toy community. And I want this to be known by a lot of people. So I will boost this shit however I can. People sending literal references to hate groups, not getting called out for it, getting thanked for it even. Thanks for the $5. The clan appreciates what you're doing, to use another person's words, you know? It's insane. And I don't like I don't get it. I don't get how anyone can stand behind someone like this that has this as their viewer base. I know that Chad didn't write this himself, but the fact that he didn't call out, and there's this other guy that's in his chats all the time, Wolverine Snicked, who had literal German soldiers from World War II memes and jokes on his Instagram page, which is now removed because Tats and Toys did a great job absolutely ravaging that guy's butthole. But these people are just walking around acting like what they believe and what they do is normal. It is not normal to be a white supremacist. It is not normal to have white supremacists in your chat and treat them like good people if you're a quote unquote good person, right? So I don't what's up, MTC Collects? I'm so done with this shit, man. I'm so done with this guy. And he wants to call other people narcissists. No, my guy, you are the most narcissistic piece of shit in this fucking community because you fucking hate that word because you knew that one day you'd be on the outs from it. And you are. You don't think that you're canceled, Chad, but the fact of the matter is you've been canceled since all of your G.I. Joe heroes started calling you out. I'm not taking credit for it. Tats and Toys and other people and myself, we're just boosting the fucking signal on the shit that you say, the shit that you rubber stamp, the shit that you allow to go on in your chats. Oh, I can't control my chats. Well, if you can't control your own chat room, get some fucking moderators or get off the fucking platform when you have literal fucking hate mongers giving you money. Yeah, Frankie, this just happened today. This was when I was live. This is the whole reason I go live on Sundays now. And I took his name. He changed the name of his Sunday stream. It used to be TGIS, which is my stream. I took that shit. It is, thank goddess, it's Sundays when that shit comes around. Not whatever the hell he was doing. If you have to hub subscribers, you lack the confidence to attract actual subscribers. And the actual subscribers that he has, the only reason they stick around is because whether or not he actually believes this shit, which he does, let's be honest, based on his content and his material and everything that he does, whether or not he supports that organization that this guy literally name dropped in his chat, I don't know. But by allowing it to be there, by not calling it out, and I've said this before about other people in their platforms, what you platform, what goes on in your chat is a fucking representation of you, whether you want to fucking believe it or not. But we all know how this fucking guy acts. We all know how he is. He's a fucking man child. Leia, Good to see ya. And trust me, if I had the mental capacity to put myself through listening to fucking Chud whine and cry about fucking dolls for 3 hours, I would go through and find every live chat, every fucking racist thing, all this shit, and I would screenshot all of it. But I feel like this should be the nail in his fucking coffin right here, just because he didn't fucking call it out. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I know the second I see someone saying some off-color, distasteful, racist, homophobic, etc. shit in my chats, they get banned and fucking removed. They're gone. They don't get to say anything. Their super chats, if they sent them or not, they won't be seen because they're fucking hidden and gone from the channel. If you let this shit go on, and by the way, this Dreadnought K6 guy was like, oh, I know where you work. I'm going to get you fired. I still work there, dude. You ain't shit. You're a fucking nobody. You come in there on my shit and start misgendering me just because Chad is saying horrible shit. Who gives a fuck? Fuck you. All of y'all are nothing. Chad, you're fucking nothing. You buy subscribers, dude. Your numbers do not match. Your numbers do not match your subscriber count. I've seen your social blade. I've seen your fucking numbers. They're terrible. You barely get any engagement on your gaming videos too, because you're fucking boring unless you're spouting your hateful shit. And I'm not saying that's not boring, but your base eats that shit up, don't they? It was only 3 hours this time because he's afraid. I think he's afraid to go after me and Tats and Toys now and other YouTubers based on how many subscribers he's lost in 2 months, which is 400, down from 12K and I'll keep saying it's keep going down. Like I said, Social Blade is readily available. You can look up all of his statistics right there. And I'm sobering up now. I was a little drunk still when someone awesome sent me this screenshot and said, hey, you should see this. I was like, you're right, I should see this. We need the Hit 'em Up remix with Tats and Brownie. Listen, if this motherfucker was brave enough to let me go on his fucking show and verbally break down every point that he has with reason and rationale, he would never do that because he knows I'm smarter than him. He knows I know way more than he does about the Constitution and the laws. This guy is a follower. This guy was one of those guys who I'm not besmirching anyone who joined the military, but he used this to program his brain to feel like he's some alpha Chad motherfucker when really you're just someone taking orders from someone else. And now you're just someone taking orders from your chat because that's what gets you views. Hate, vitriol, and terrible fucking bullshit. So you're just taking orders, marching along because your chat validates your fucking psycho viewpoints, and you are a fucking psycho, Chad. You're mentally unwell. You're not all there. I can't listen to a guy who collects three quarter. I don't know what that's. I'm not good at math. That someone can beat my ass on in math, not history, not theology, not politics, religion. Math is where you can school me. Talk bad about everything. Hasbro makes it 1/12 scale. Yeah, just why talk about shit if you don't like it, you know? It wouldn't. I know it wouldn't change anything, but you know, he would try to be like, "Oh, look how mad they got! All they got is no." I wouldn't yell. I would sit here and explain to you why you're a fucking idiot and why you're wrong. But I know it wouldn't change their mind. They would find some way to twist it. Oh, look how triggered. No, not triggered. Just tired. Tired of people like you ruining this country, ruin not. And I'm not going to say you have the power to ruin this community because you fucking don't, obviously. But you're ruining this space for yourself, which is good. So keep fucking going. But we don't want this kind of shit in nerd spaces. We don't want people sending super chats with references to the biggest hate group in the US, the biggest group of domestic T words in the US, which is white nationalists. They are literally the biggest form of domestic T words in the US. It is factual. Complain. Oh, and the worst part. Okay. So it's one thing to go after another YouTuber who is like puts their face out there and platforms himself. He took a picture of the woman that is protesting with dolls. He took her picture and put her face on his chat on the screen without her face censored or covered or anything. I would have the good sense if I was, posting something of Chad to gotcha Chad to censor out everybody else in the general vicinity of the picture, right? I would censor their faces. Not this guy. He left her face in and he's acting like, oh, I'm so upset by these dolls. I can't believe people would protest with dolls. Bitch, I can't believe you play with dolls and talk like this. You act like you're holier than thou because action figures are plastic dolls. Whatever scale they are, they started out as a doll and they pivoted to action figures with G.I. Joe. They're like, we can call these dolls action figures and sell them to boys. And then you get this whole sense of, I know everything about G.I. Joe. They're not dolls. No, it's all dolls, Chad. We're playing with dolls. That is what we do for a fucking hobby. All of us. And what someone chooses to do with their fucking dolls, whether it be protesting on the left or on the right or whatever, they're allowed to fucking do that. The only reason people like me and Tats are calling this guy out is because he made it fucking personal and he continues to make it fucking personal. He just put someone's face on screen who did not have permission, who did not have anything to do with his little fucking power tripping, name calling bullshit. He just didn't like what they were doing. So he put her face out there for everyone to see, which is fucked up. I saw one video of the guy and immediately hit do not recommend. He came up as a pompous jerk with his opinions on classified. They're not opinions. They're just regurgitations, I'm fine anyone talking shit about Hasbro, but I'm not okay with the constant keep politics out of escapism, hobbies, and shitting on people who use their yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And most, yeah, he did. I'm not going to put her face up there, but yes, he put her face on his stream and said, "Look at this fool, everybody! Look at this bit," just out of line. Out of time, dude. You're out of line and you're out of fucking time. Your time in this platform is done. I am making it my personal fucking mission to spotlight every single fucked up thing that you say. I collect legends. I get the right. Yeah, if you collect Hasbro shit, you have every right to talk shit about Hasbro. But that's the thing, Chad. That's the thing. You made this personal. You took what I said, and rather than focusing on the words that you didn't like, you made it a personal attack against my gender identity way back in fucking September. Not only that, when you did that, you had other people up in arms and physically fucking threatening me. And I was quiet for a while. I kept my shit to myself because I was like, these people don't matter. But the second you showed your hypocritical ass, because I knew you fucking would, just like you were waiting, you knew Rowdy would say something off color because, of course, the tranny would say some shit that you don't like, right? I can say that word. They can't say that word. Sorry if to anyone listening that gets offended by that, but I say that to make a point. It's these people have a problem with any minority, any person of color, anyone who doesn't identify the way they identify, anyone whose sexuality is different. Now, they keep it to themselves, right? They keep it to themselves until they get the chance to weaponize that shit. And then they show their true fucking face. They bare ass, they're like, hey, look at me. I'm a fucking bigot. We need toy tuber boxing matches. I know there's been YouTuber boxing matches, but toy tuber boxing matches, I don't know. I've got a lot of pent up aggression. I've got 10 years of dealing with bullshit like this, pent up in deep in my soul, coiled deep inside my bones and my muscles. I'm just, ow, that fucking hurt. I'm like lightning in a bottle right now. Listen, we're not, I agree with you, but we're not going to stoop to that level and talk about doing that kind of stuff, because that's what they do, right? That's what they do. Like, it's all well and good to point out their own shit, but we're not going to stoop to their level. We just use their words against them. We make sure that the words that they put out there, the hate that they put out there, all that bullshit that they put out there gets turned back around on them. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to bring up his social blade. Give me a second. And it's not obsession, Chad. I'm not obsessed with you. I don't think about you all the time. The only time I think about you is when I see the dumb shit that you do. And it's constantly happening. Like that Sergeant Slaughter thing, your little straw man argument. They're just mad that they brought the soldiers home. No, we're glad the soldiers got home safe and sound. What we're upset about is that they were fucking there to get shot down and put in danger in the first place, you dumbass. And fuck Sergeant Slaughter. He's been a fucking racist, jingoistic piece of shit since the 80s. If you like Sergeant Slaughter, you're a fucking moron. Plus, he's not even a fucking Marine or anything. It's fucking stolen valor, right? Don't they hate that shit? Also, can we acknowledge that politics absolutely influence the skate? Yeah, because listen, what is our hobby based on? Plastic. What is plastic made out of? Oil. What is going up and up and up and up and up and up in price? Oil. So the guy that y'all voted for, the guy that you stand behind, the guy that keeps dragging the whole world, not just us, through hell and ruining everything, is directly affecting our hobby. That makes it political, right? All right, let's go to this guy's social blade just so I can prove to you that hatred does not really sell. It doesn't. The only thing he'll box is his channel up when it's fucking dead. Well, all right. All right, here we go. Look at this. Oops. What am I doing? Riley, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Look at that. Last 30 days, minus 300 subscribers, Chad. 16K views for the last 30 days. You want to know how many views I have in the last 30 days, Chad? Do you want to know? 50.8K. Oh, you can't see it. I got 50K views in the last 30 days, Chad. So, like I said, the numbers are not there. This guy buys bots. Like, he's botted his channel. It's a dead channel already. Like, I would, someone else has said that he probably has around 5,000 or 6,000 actual subscribers, but the second some of them see his bullshit, they've unsubscribed. And then, of course, those bots will never go away because he pays for them. Minus 300 subscribers in the last 30 days. Daily average, minus 10. Weekly average, minus 43. Last 30 days, minus 300. Last 14 days, minus 300. It's going to keep going down. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, it's stolen valor. Sergeant Slaughter's not a veteran. Veteran grifter, veteran racist, but he claims that he wants to lose subs so that people don't agree with him will leave. Well, that's the thing about it, right? Most people don't agree with him. So when all those people leave, what's he going to have left? Those 138 people watching all of his live streams? How the hell does your live stream have 138 live viewers, and then 2 hours later when it's gone and uploaded, it has 3,000 views and like 5 comments? You want to know why? Because you're fake, Chad. You're a fucking phony. A big fat phony. More than the plastic. The rebels in Star Wars are the Viet Cong. Godzilla is an allegory for atomic bombs. And those shitty prequels are an allegory for the Patriot Act. Don't call the prequel shitty, Kaiju, but I agree with you. Other than the shitty part, I like the prequels. Yeah, it's always been political, and that's the thing these guys don't recognize. Well, no, it's not that they don't recognize it; they know it. They just refuse to admit it because it makes them wrong. And that's the thing. A lot of these hardcore maggots, these ride or die Trump supporters that keep moving the goalpost and being like, "Well, if he did this, I'd stop supporting him. Oh, he did that. Well, actually, it's if he did this, I'd stop supporting him." Well, they're just gonna keep moving that post until they fucking fall off of a cliff, and they'll be fine with it. They'll be fucking fine with it because at least they never admitted they were wrong, right? Minus 300 subscribers in 14 days. And just for fairness sake, we can bring up mine. Now I have to type in his name like directly to find him, but you type in Rowdy Riles. I'm the only one. There's a billion fucking Chads, but there's only one Rowdy Riles. Look at that. 48K views last 30 days compared to 16K views with 11.6K subscribers. I have 4,120. He has 11,600, and he has 34K less views than I do. Interesting, Chad. Very fucking interesting. Let's see. All my numbers are in the green, except I lost 10 subscribers a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And those are just people that weren't real subscribers. They just liked on a short or whatever. And yeah, that's where we're at. Well, it's definitely true, Headache. These numbers don't lie. Like, look at me. I don't get a lot of ad revenue. My videos get like 200, 300 views, something like that, because I only have 4,000 subscribers, right? But you go to Chad with his 11.6, 16K views makes no fucking sense. The way that his live streams shoot up to 3,000 views after they're already live, like, do you really think 3,000 people are going there to listen to that grown-ass man cry? I fucking doubt it. The writers will always implement at least a little bit of their beliefs into their stories. Absolutely. And a lot of the original Marvel writers fought in World War II, and they came home and they're like, these are the bad guys that we fought. Let's make these guys the bad guys forever and always in comic books. And that's pretty much the vibe, is the guys that leave these comments. Where did it go? The guys that leave these comments, the guys that support those kinds of comments, are the freaking bad guys, right? Right. We all know this. The math sure as hell ain't mathin'. And listen, I'm not saying I'm not fucking petty, because I am petty. But my pettiness is valid, because this guy was literally provoking people to fight me, bully me at cons, like come run up on me at cons and attack me physically and all that shit. Literally, like, just being like, yeah, look at this guy. Look, I'm not a guy, but that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go run up, look, go punch them in the areas, and go slap them and all this shit. Like bunch of locker room talk. Meanwhile, so 3POA and Chad and all them stuff, when they were buddy, because he's on the outs with 3POA now, right? Because he's a liability. That made Chad very sad. But they were bullying Boog and his friends, like Shartimus and all that stuff, online. Chat's always going off, making offhand comments. And you know what Boog and Shartimus share in common? They have melanin in their skin, right? So the white dudes are picking on the POC creators on YouTube, talking infinite amounts of crap, all kinds of game, right? But when they run up, this is what actually happened at San Diego Comic-Con, right? So Chad and his friends were talking all kinds of shit about Boog and Shartimus and all that stuff. They all went to San Diego Comic-Con, both groups. Shartimus and Boog and all of them came up and said, hey, we're here. You talked a lot of shit. You want to back it up? What did Chad and his buddies do? Fucking ran off with their tails between their legs, made it a whole thing on the internet, and acted like they were the fucking victims because they got called out, which is called accountability, which is probably the same thing that would now, maybe not at this point. Maybe they may actually try to hurt me at this point if I go to a con. But what I'm saying is these guys are pussies, they're cowards, and they're liars. Based on his fucking social blade, he's been botting views for a long fucking time. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about his content. I'm so important. People talk about my Hiss Tank video all the time. Sorry, the Hiss isn't a tank. Bitch, nobody gives a fuck about your video. They're probably talking about it because they think you're a whiny little bitch. If someone creates something and they call it something, it is not up to you to be like, well, actually, it's not a tank because so-and-so or whatever. They call it a fucking tank. It's a tank. It's G.I. Joe. It's fucking made up. It's make-believe. But you don't know the difference between make-believe and real life, obviously. I'm so done with these clowns. Like, honestly. There's a reason I'm going live every Sunday. When I see that he's going live with his dumb bullshit on a Sunday, TGIS, thank God it's Sunday. Open mic. Let's have a good time and just let go of it all. And then if something happens, someone way more important than Chad will ever be will send me the tea, because it's someone with way more subscribers than Chad or I will ever hope to be is the one that sent me the screenshot, because I'm friends with cool people in high places. Not that that matters, but the good toy tubers, the ones that have been around, the ones that maintain, they're not bad people, Chad. They're good people, and they don't like to see people like you in this community, and they don't like to be lied to. Because I know you told a certain creator that I'm friends with, that I've talked to regularly, that you got attacked and bullied. Meanwhile, 2 weeks later, you were attacking and bullying me. Yeah, hypocritical little man child. That's usually the move for these guys. Also, the George Romero's Dead trilogy. It's all political. Everything is political until the bad people are gone. That's the thing. Until not just this country, but until the entire world is safe again from tyranny and fascism and all this stuff, everything is fucking political. Now, do we always need to talk about it? No. But there's literal microaggressions going on every day against everyone who isn't a straight, white, Christian nationalist Republican. Everyone else on the chopping block. And even then, do you think they're going to stop there? No. They're going to stop when they get to the fucking billionaires and there's no one else left. That's when they're going to stop. They're trying to replace everyone with AI. They're trying to make robots that can work in warehouses, do deliveries, cook your food, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And where does that leave people like us? Obviously, to lick the boot of the guys fucking everyone over, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? How can you be conservative? Like, not even because how can you be a maggot, a Make America Great Again at this point without not being completely mentally unwell? Like, you have to be sick. You have to be unwell, whether it's PTSD, whether it's just straight up dementia or psychosis, or the straight up being in a cult, because being in a cult makes you mentally ill. You're not yourself. You're being controlled. You're owned by someone. But I'm not a Trump guy, right? You support ICE, you're a Trump guy. Plain and simple. Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like I hope that. Look at this. Look at this. All right. How does this happen, right? Okay, May 2024. 920 subscribers. Botted, right? These are botted. Because look at all the other time. Look at this. Oh, we got a little spike. You got 400 in October. And here's the thing about botting subscribers, right? You don't want to do it all at once if you're doing it, right? You want You want to sprinkle it in, be like, oh, I just released this video. Let me bot some viewers on it so that it looks like all these people subscribed to my channel. And that's probably, I would say, even what happened here. Because look how low this shit gets. 160. And I'm not saying I get a lot of subscribers all the time, but I've also been focused on other things. I just now am getting back into the swing of this shit and all that stuff. And my subscribers go up. It goes up and down, up and down. I got like 100 something in a month or two. But look at this. March 2024, 90 in April. Oh, look, all of a sudden, 920 subscribers. We get into the next month. A little bit less. 700. It's not at all weird. It's not at all weird, right? 780. Dip down a little bit. I don't want to make it look too weird. 790. For what? For what content, Chad? Look at your view count. Look at your view count in a month. 16 fucking K. Where did all those subscribers come from, huh? Because look at my view count. 48K. I don't have numbers like that, but mine are all green, except for two little ticks right here. All my numbers are green and on the up. Let's see where is that projected future. See, the most I'll get in a month or two is like, wow, I got 700 in July 2024 too, but they weren't botted. Yeah, I talked about that, Diesel. So, you know, Boog and Chartemis and all that essentially called them out, said, hey, we're here, you're gonna do something, and then they wimped out rather than, oh, we're the victims. They were no, they were just wanting you to back up what you said online because you said you would, right? Because you said you would. Who the fuck has time to make content anymore? Me. I make content. Fun content, enjoyable content, not hate-filled, bigotry-fueled content. But at least I get steady. You know, I get a huge spike every once in a while, but I'm steady with my subscribers. I'm not worried about it. And then the views, this is the important thing, right? Sometimes you get a bunch, sometimes you get a lot. Or not a bunch, but where is the future projected? Oh, here we go. Let's go back. Future projections is up at the top. This is the funniest thing right here. Projected subscribers for It's Chad. He's at 12K now. Oh, they sped up the timeline, y'all. They sped up the timeline. The last I checked, he was going out to 2030 with a couple thousand subscribers, but the way it's going now, oh, you're talking for yourself? That's fine. I get it. You're always out doing protests and hanging with your nephew and being healthy and shit. But yeah, these are his projected subscribers. And how Social Blade does this is it aggregates on a daily basis based on fluctuations and shit. But if he lost 14 subscribers or 300 subscribers in 14 days, they're going to account for that and they're going to push the timeline forward. So, excuse me. If he keeps going like this, right? If he keeps going and going and going, botted subscribers aside, he's just going to keep losing subscribers. By September, he's going to be in somewhere close to where I am. And by 2027, the middle of 2027, he'll have 0 subscribers based on this project. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I doubt anyone is going to go from 11K to 0 subscribers, especially when they buy subscribers. But they won't be real. They won't be genuine. Well, don't forget, this guy's got his former military. Should people like this have a pension from the military? I mean, we know who's in power, so let's not even broach that subject. But like, I feel like there should be some disqualifications for like retirement and all that stuff and pension. You should, if you do some certain things. Yeah, he just dropped down 11,600. So he's almost to 11,005 in the 500s. If that's the straight up number, is 11,600. I assume he doesn't have a lot of money looking at the quality of his tattoos. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Also, Headache, I don't know if I've seen you before, but it's good to see you. Hello. Always love a fellow validated shit talker because we don't shit talk for no reason. We shit talk for valid reasons. Video statistics. Oh, it's still in beta, so we can't see that. Yes, Chad, I'm talking about you. I'm sure your little ears are burning. Sorry, they're not little. They kind of stick out like this. And I'll do the ad hominem and the name calling and the making fun of appearance shit at this point. I don't care. He made it personal, so I personally don't give a fuck. No, there's no taking away his pension, no matter which way the current administration swings. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? That sucks. The bigger the ears, the smaller the peen. Damn, Dumbo must be fucking micro penis scale. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty satisfying to see this shit as well. Like, not just funny, it's satisfying. On like a visceral level. Like, I told y'all, I'm fucking petty. I am fucking petty. But my pettiness is based upon dealing with shit like this, shitheads like this, for the last 9.6 years. Because in June, it'll be 10 years. I say 10 years, but in June, which is coincidentally Pride Month, it'll be 10 years that I've had to deal with people like that. Now, I'm a lot more thick-skinned. I take a lot less shit personally. Like, I'm not offended when someone thinks that it's an attack to misgender me. Bitch, I got a birth certificate. I got a driver's license. I got other documents that are legal that say the exact opposite of what you're saying. So what you're saying is A, just look, inaccurate, and B, legally false. So you don't really have grounds to stand on. I, however, am just pulling your own words, using them against you, and also making fun of that little soul patch that you got rid of as soon as people started making fun of it. Because you had that thing like a fucking teddy bear from your childhood. You held on to that thing like it was still 1970 when people had those. So yeah, I'm angry, but at the same time, it's not like angry at things directed at me. It's angry at the fact that people like this, like his chats, are in the space that was made for inclusion and nerds and acceptance and all that stuff. Nerds are accepting of other people's differences because they were always picked on for their differences. Just because it's cool to be nerdy now and like nerdy stuff like Marvel and all that stuff didn't mean it was always cool. Didn't mean that people didn't used to get bullied for that and use it as their escape from bullying. Dungeons and Dragons, comic books, cartoons, whatever. It has always been a way to meet people who look at your differences and say, that doesn't matter. We have this in common and we're going to enjoy it. Or you can be like Chad and just try to destroy the community from the inside out because you don't like dolls being used to protest. So Patch is so 1997 and doing whippets in the parking lot outside the Sublime Rancid double show at the club. In the club, we all fam. God, I hate the fucking Big Bang Theory. I fucking hate that show. One of the worst shows for nerd culture in ever. Just made, and I'm not saying that, but they just stereotype nerds into like 3 different stereotypes. Well, really 1, well 2, because Sheldon is obviously like an autistic super genius nerdy guy who's very literal, and then the other 3 are just fucking regular nerds. And they're like, those are the only 2 kinds of nerds. Also, they're the butt of the joke. They're not in on the joke. They're the butt of the joke. Hey, I did whippets in the parking lot. So did Steve-O, and look at him now. He's crashing and burning for saying dumb shit. I knew I liked you, Sneaky. Yeah, the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory sucks. It is not. It is anyone who watches a Chuck Lorre show and is like, this is good. I have serious questions. Like, the 2.5 Men is not good either. Like, are some bits and pieces of 2.5 Men entertaining? Yes. Was it a good show? No. In Big Bang Theory, there's no redeeming qualities. Broad City is great. I fucking love Broad City. Did not last long enough. Why are you saying these things? Fucking Sublime does not suck, Kaiju Kitty. What the fuck? What the fuck? The little ska girl in me is very upset with you. Okay? I used to go fucking skank, listen to Sublime and all the other fucking. I was a mainstream ska kid, so like Real Big Fish and Aquabats and all that shit. Thank you for hanging out earlier, Larry, and now I'll see you later. I appreciate you. Fresh Prince for the win. No, it's not ska. It's more like punk reggaeton kind of shit, but it's close enough that I group it in with that. I was a hollaback girl. And look at Gwen Stefani now. She's up on that grift too. We got Nicki Minaj, Gwen Stefani, Steve-O, all these. I see. I wouldn't consider Sublime punk. I wouldn't consider them punk. I would consider them like their own thing. Sublime is like just weed music. Sublime is like they got some ska in there because they got the horns and the trumpets, and they got some punk in there, and they got some genuine like. The cat just opened the door. The cat just opened the door. Oh, we know Kaiju. We know. I used to be a metalhead gatekeeper, but I've come to realize that people enjoy what they enjoy. I love BBT. Now I have beef with all I know. BBT. Oh, Big Bang Theory. No, Super K. It's all love. It's all love. Like I said, we can all like different things and not hate each other for it. However, if what you like is alt right politics and hateful bigotry and getting super chats from guys who literally drop one of the biggest domestic hate organizations in the US for a name, like right here. Oh, come on, Riley. Then we don't support those opinions. We don't allow those opinions. We don't want those opinions in our community. And we sure don't want overinflated, narcissistic, egotistical fucks buying a bunch of viewers, believing that it makes them important when they see their number go up artificially, and then talking a bunch of shit about people they don't agree with. I'm only doing this because he's said horrible things about me personally and other people and put someone's face on a live stream who had no reason to be brought into it. Period. We can. We can? All right. Beef averted. That's what I'm saying. See? Listen to the band Ghoul. They hate fascists. As any, well, I'm not going to say black metal because there is some very, very off color black metal bands, but most metal bands and shit don't stand with that shit. FD, what's going on? See, I'm a reggae, ska, hip hop, and surf rock. They're very hard to pin down because there's so many influences. It's like a very only California could something like Sublime come out of. Like just the vibe there. And rest in peace, Bradley Noel. I'm gonna pour some water out for the homie. But his kid sounds almost exactly like him. But I love Sublime. Okay, and don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people that when I worked at Costco and I saw like a fucking kid with their mom wearing a Sublime shirt and they checked out, I'd be like, "Can you name one Sublime song?" And they'd be like, It's Sublime's the band?" And I'd be like, I'd look at their parent and I would just be like, and then we would both laugh and we would go about our day. I remember I saw this one post on social media and this girl was like, I keep seeing this brand around and it's really popular, it seems. It's the Metallica brand. And she was holding up a Metallica shirt like it was fucking like Hollister or something and talking about it like it was Hollister. And everyone's just like, opinions about Metallica aside, I'm just saying, like, Sublime from one of my childhood areas. Hell yeah. I love me some Sublime. How can you hate Sublime, Kaiju Kitty? Come on. Early in the morning, rising to the street. Light me up that cigarette and I'll strap shoes on my feet. I can't sing right now. Do you have the Metallica jeans? Oh my God, Becky, did you get the Metallica jeans? I swear to God, I see everyone is having them. It's like the new it thing, Metallica jeans. Girl, I'm from Cali. We hear it too much out here. You got to be proud of your fucking bands and your products. Like, y'all got some good bands and like from like very like specific areas. Like Avenged Sevenfold is an LBC band. They're from Long Beach County. That's where Avenged Sevenfold is from. That's LBC. Um, and Sublime is from what, the Bay Area? No, I'll agree with you. I don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers only because every song is like California, give it away, California. It's all the same for me. Now, do I appreciate that they exist and that there's fans of that? Absolutely. But I personally don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Long Beach. Okay. I know I don't, Kaiju. And listen, their first album, their second album, Waking the Fallen, is one of the greatest metalcore albums of all time. And now they're getting into this experimental era of their musicianship, their artistry, where they're doing some really proggy, really avant-garde sounding shit, and I'm here for it. Okay, that's insulting because Five Finger Death Punch, Ivan Moody is a piece of shit, and I don't think M Shadows is a piece of shit. Let's not compare apples to oranges here. One of my childhood friends was the drummer from Suicide Silence. What? That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick, sneaky. Your nickel slot will look so hot, Amber. If you get the pleated acid wash double seam frayed leg studded pocket Metallica jeans and wear them with these limited edition red vinyl chucks. Oh my God. There's my Cali girl voice. Oh my God. I hear 311 all the time because of where I'm from. I dig them, but I understand when it is too much. I'm one of those people that when a new album comes out, Leia, I really need that as a clip. I don't know why I don't have that shit. That is so fetch. Stop saying fetch, Gretchen. It's never gonna happen. But like Periphery just released a new song. And I've listened to it about 20 times. It's like a 2-minute and 40-second song, and I've listened to it a lot. But I also have a Periphery tattoo because Periphery is my favorite band. Listen, Kaiju, we know you only like very well, I wouldn't call Ghoul like too obscure. But you're a gatekeeper, Kaiju, okay? And I used to be that way. Like I said, I used to be, well, actually, that's not metal. That is alternative metal. And it has metal in the name simply because blah blah blah. Technically, alt metal isn't metal, but we'll allow it now because I'm much nicer than I used to be. Anthrax isn't obscure. It is if you get it in the mail and you're like, what is this shit? But what is this strange white powder substance? I don't know. How obscure. Did I just drink an old water? I think I just drank an old water because that one wasn't cold. Oh, Lord. Hell yeah, drumming. We got to make a band. We got to get a band together, like an online band. I can do vocals. Sneaky can do the guitars. Once my voice is better, obviously. We just need a guitar, 2 guitarists and a bassist, and we need someone who can play the synthesizer keyboard. So we can throw in that proggy shit in there, you know? It's called Nose Candy. Do you want to build a snowman? Of course I do, but I can't. Disney won't let me. It's the one rule they had. What if we call it Booger Sugar? Nope, they know that name. Leia, I can't believe you even asked him that. We know what Kaiju would say. What I will say is that growing up, I used to go to let's get rid of this for a little bit. Let's have some normal talk for for the last little bit of this here random live stream. I grew up going my first concert when I was 13 years old. It was me and my brother that went. My brother was 14. No, I was 12 and my brother was 14 because we're 15 months apart. We're pretty close in age. My first concert, other than Aaron Carter, we're not going to talk about that, was Linkin Park's Project Revolution. And I went to that shit 6 years in a row. 6 years in a row. So I saw Linkin Park 6 times. And that was my favorite band growing up. And I still love the first 3 albums. I like all the Chester Linkin Park albums. They've all got their special place. They've all got a song or two that I enjoy. I have not and will not listen to anything with the new singer because the ties to Scientology are too visible for me to ignore, especially with Chester having dealt with what he dealt with and what the Church of Scientology does to people. I don't want anything to do with that. So Linkin Park is dead. They don't exist anymore to me. But I've seen them a lot. Ray, what's going on? Like if you name a band from like the mid 2000s to like 2010, I've probably like if they're on the radio or if they were like a kind of known metal band, I've probably seen them live. Yes, Emily, the new lead singer of Linkin Park, is a Scientologist. She was at Danny Masterson's trial vouching for him. She wrote a letter saying, "Oh, Danny Masterson would never do this." Her parents are in Sea Org, which is the highest ranking organization of Scientology. She still has contact with her parents, which if you're not in Scientology anymore, you cannot communicate with people outside of the cult. So I would say she is still tied to Scientology. And that's the thing, Sneaky. They didn't want you to know that. They didn't want you to know that. And it's especially hurtful because, Chester dealt with a lot of shit growing up. He dealt with a lot of people that treated him badly. There's certain words you can't use on YouTube, so I'm trying to avoid them. Girl School. Girl School is a cool band. I think I have Girl School on my phone. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I have Girl School on my phone. I could be wrong. Girl School. Yeah, I do. I do. So, there you go. She must be high up in her thetans if she can still talk to her parents and see or is usually no contact. Yeah. There's things you kind of just put together and you're like, I don't care what you say. I don't care about your denial. If you were at that Masterson trial, defending him and you're still in contact with your family as a Scientologist, you're probably still a Scientologist. Girl School fucking rules. Kaiju, I think that you would be impressed with some of the music that's on my phone. I do listen to some mainstream shit from my childhood, but I have so much stuff you would not expect as far as metal's concerned. Like, have you heard of the Abbey? Got the Abbey on there. I've got Abigail Williams, the Acacia Strain, and Abstract Illusion. This is just an A's. Let's see what else is in here. That's pretty offshore. I mean, At the Gates isn't really, but got Baby Metal on my phone. I would have never done that before. Between the Buried and Me. Of course, I got some Black Sabbath on there. I've got most of my phone's capacity is music. It's like I got like a 32 gigabyte phone and like 20 gigabytes of my shit is music. But yeah, I don't want to stay on forever. I know we got 13 people watching, which is cool. But I just kind of wanted to once again. Oh, I'm sure we'll have like a lot of music. Love Bites is a badass band though. God, that fucking pen. Honestly, I don't know why Baby Metal's on my phone. I can't think of a single Baby Metal song, but I do listen to some pretty fucking heavy shit. I'm not gonna lie. And then I have bands like, and I've got a lot of pop on my phone too. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've got like, I got Tovlo, I've got Ava Max, I've got, you know, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga, Kesha, all the girly girl stuff. Why don't you sit on your own face? I think maybe you should try that out. I think maybe you should try that out. Y'all, also, I be ragging right now, so nobody would want me to do that. Because my stomach is always upset right now. Wait, I'm gonna send you something girly. LOL, you'll love it. As long as it's appropriate, Kaiju. Listen, Kesha is a bad fucking bee. She you know, if you know what happened with Dr. Luke and the record label and all that shit, she went through a lot to be her own artist. And I love I love her more recent albums. Like, don't get me wrong, I love, you know, Animal and her other earlier albums, but her new music is really, really good. Yes, Kaiju likes Kesha. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Do I know Vanna? I don't think I know Vanna. Leia, I don't think I do. Uh yeah, Girl School's on my phone. I got Goat Whore on my phone. Kaiju, do you have Goat Whore? Do you like Goat Whore? What else is on here? Could just go through all day. You know, it's a really good band. If you like Paramore, you should listen to Honey Revenge. Honey Revenge is really good. So if you'd all like the vibe of Paramore, Honey Revenge is a good band. I Am Your God is a pretty good band. We all know In Flames, right? We all know In Flames. She's a rock artist. I'll have to look her up, Leia. But yeah, there's literally countless amounts of music on my phone. I've even got fucking Zendaya on my phone. And listen, don't. Allison, yes, we were talking about Kesha. Another Kesha fan, I hope. I love Kesha. We stand Kesha here. We stand that bad bee. We were just talking about this, Allison. Well, now we're talking about music, but we were just talking about this whole super chat situation over there on the Chud Holes channel, you know. But it's a wonderful world we live in, right? Where we can all have different opinions and not make it personal. But if you do make it personal and you're in the wrong side of shit, the woke toy Avengers are here to save the day. I sent you a link on Insta. I'm gonna check it out, Kaiju. I will definitely check it out. I just don't want to do it on stream because I don't want to get like obvious. I don't know if this will be monetized. It doesn't really matter, but they'll probably be like, this bitch is crazy. Zendaya is a fantastic singer. Like, people are lucky that she chose acting instead of singing for her main career because otherwise she'd be killing it. Also, by the way, the first new episode of Euphoria season 3 was tonight, and I'll have to remind my girlfriend that we need to watch that shit. My opening song at karaoke is TikTok. It summons drunken bridesmaids, and the party don't start till I walk in. And the party don't start till I walk in. Don't stop, make it pop. Yeah, I love Kesha. I actually would love to see her live because I know her show is fucking crazy. But those tickets, y'all, Ticketmaster can get fucked. Ticketmaster can get fucked. Yeah, no, it already came out. I for sure am excited to watch Euphoria. Like, in my opinion, Euphoria is fucking trash TV, but it's trash TV that you absolutely want to watch. So much like MILF Manor, where it's intentional in Euphoria, where it's like a train crash in slow motion. But MILF Manor is like a train crash in real time. I love when DJs mix Kesha into their sets. Who doesn't? Like, who doesn't love to hear fucking beautiful ass Kesha's voice? Oh, listen, I don't know what you're saying in Russian, so I'm gonna give it a pass. Is that Russian or am I just crazy? But if you're a Russian bot, you know where you're going. To the nether realm. Euphoria is such a messy show, but you can't look away. And also, like, I love Hunter Schafer. I'm glad that she gets consistent work. Well, then I guess I can read Russian because I recognize that as Russian immediately. But no, I can't read Russian because I don't know what that said. I can recognize Russian is what I should say. Hunter Schafer is Bay. Hunter Schafer should be Mystique in the MCU. That's a perfect casting choice. She really should be. But I'm glad you're not a Russian bot. Vakov, 1945. Too many of those in the world. All right. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah. I like to plug this to balance out whenever, regardless of whether or what I'm talking about. I want to always plug this right now and hopefully for the foreseeable future. But you know what? I can bring it up. We're on stream. I'll do that. I'm gonna go to my store. I can see Russia from my house. Are you in Antarctica? Oh, sorry, Alaska, not Antarctica. What the fuck, Riley? Hopefully this fucking cold goes away at some point. If I'm stuck with it forever, I'm gonna be fucking beside myself. All right, let's turn off the caps lock because I'm doing a fundraiser for the Trevor Project, where we've got the Woke Toy Avengers merch. And so when I sell a shirt, which they're $30, and they're only $30 because that's the only way to clear any type of money from it. So I only get $12 from a shirt, but I'm going to be donating. It says 50%, but I'm donating 10 out of the $12 to the Trevor Project for any shirt that I sell. Any of these two shirts, and I'm going to make more, so it'll be a huge. I'm going to vary up the designs. I designed them myself. Like I did the work and put it in there. I mean, for the most part, I did the poster, like the stickers. I did that. I put my head on Scarlet Witch's body. So yeah, I put in the work on those, and it's going to a good cause because the Trevor Project is an organization that helps LGBTQ youth in a mental crisis when they need someone to talk them off the ledge. That's what it's there for, because as you know, the government shut down the LGBTQ hotline for those situations, which is awful, and is pretty much just saying, yeah, we don't care. We don't care about you, which they don't. But I'm going to donate $10 out of $12 that I get from those shirts. And the stickers is going to be like $2 that I donate or that I get. So I'll round it up to $3. And right now, what is and then also, I will say if you don't want to spend $30 to get the shirt, which it's worth it. The shirt is very nice material. Just donate directly to the Trevor Project. That's an even better way to help out. Just a direct donation. And how much am I donating so far? So far, I've made $25 to donate at the beginning of next month when I get paid from Fourth Wall. So if you all want to contribute to that, if you give me a super chat and designate that you want it for the Trevor Project, I will add that to the pilot. See, look, it says Trevor Project money right there. And I got 25 already because I sold a shirt, I sold a sticker set, and someone sent 2 super chats designated for that. It's coming. I'm gonna try to organize that. I'll get Jenna. We'll get Tats and Toys. Whoever else wants to pop in and talk. We'll figure it out. And I got to figure out the best way to do a fundraising live stream and all that stuff. So there's some people I got to ask for their help and figure it out. But I do want to do that. I do want to do a straight up Trevor Project, like maybe 12-hour stream or something like that. But with all that, y'all, oof. And you know they're gonna be like, oh, that she's grifting. She's trying to. No, I'm not trying to get money. I'm giving most of the money away that I get from those shirts. I would never do that. Diesel. You know what? That's going right on the list. I appreciate that. And that's gonna be added to notes, Trevor Project money. Now we owe $35 to the Trevor Project. And I will also give you a super chat in just a second. I want to make sure I keep track of that so I don't lose track. Trevor Project, $35. Diesel Fit. And YouTube takes the money, like takes a percentage of that, but I'm still going to donate the whole $10 because you designated for that. So the kids appreciate that. It's not so much me. Kids appreciate that shit. And you will also get.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time.
Yeah, he's got an egg. You might.
An egg. Don't eat the eggs though. You might start puking up blood. So that's awesome. Really, really appreciate that. Headache, nice to meet you all. I'll be back. Nice to see there are people who also think Chud is Chud. Look, trust me, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. That's really awesome, Diesel. And so when I do the donation, I'm going to make a little short video. I'll post it on Instagram and YouTube, and I'll say, okay, here's all the money I made. Here's my donation. Here's the receipts. So no one can be like, no, this is legitimate. I have dealt with harassment and bullying and shit over being trans and queer, et cetera, et cetera. I know how much it can hurt. I'm not at that stage in my life anymore where it fucking hurts me. But the kids are what we need to keep safe. The kids are the future of this country, of civil rights, of all this stuff. So we need to keep them safe. Not just trans, gay kids, all that stuff, all the kids. So this fucking Epstein class bullshit, it's got to end. If anything, they're going to belittle and if they belittle the Trevor Project, you will catch me on another fucking live stream going off. Because, like I said, the government shut down the hotline that was designated for LGBTQ youth. So the Trevor Project is very fucking important. And the work that they do is fucking amazing. And if anyone would fucking belittle that, that's going to make me cry. Because, like, if someone would do that, then they truly have no heart. And I like to think that people can see that what they did is wrong and maybe change. But if you take that and start attacking an organization that does that, I don't know what kind of person you are. I don't think you're a person. I really don't. So, damn, Sneaky. Here's my contribution to another fucking 10. I'll round it up, another $10. Wow. See, this is awesome. Now, now I'm gonna get emotional because and we can before I go, I can talk a little bit about it because it really it's important. It is to have someone to talk to. Like when I did what I had to do, I didn't have a lot of support. I had my grandma who lived a couple of states away who thankfully she supported me and cared about me and loved me, but she didn't have the best views and everything. And that was really the only person. Oh, you have no heart? Well, you know what you can do? You can get totally fucked and get the fuck out of here. Because fuck you, that's why. So people need someone to talk to. They need someone to say, hey, I need your love and I need your support. I need you to tell me you accept me. And not everyone is lucky enough to have that in their life. Not everyone has parents or siblings or anybody in their life to say that they have their back and they care and they love about them. So like these kids will grow up, get kicked out of their fucking house, and they'll be at the edge of the road, edge of the building, and they call someone on the phone and they say, hey, I just need to hear someone say that I accept you for who you are. And they'll tell them that, and they'll tell them that they love them and and the world needs them. And that's fucking important. That is really important. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just like, I want people to recognize that regardless of how you feel about someone, something like that is important. And if people do that, then fuck them. And I will go scorched earth. I will fucking rain hell down upon them. I swear. But Sneaky, thank you for donating to that cause. It's like I said, it's really close to me. So I appreciate it. I feel like it's something I need to do, especially now because I've been nonstop with this negative bullshit, calling this guy out, and it does affect me. in the sense that I'm tired and I'm over it, but I want to turn it into something better. So thank you, Sneaky. Thank you.
In a museum. So do you.
I'm gonna get off of here now because it's like 1:13 a.m. So keep your heads up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ plus community. If you're protesting, for the love of all fuck, please be safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches.
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day! Oh!
Man, he hit his ass with a porky toe, man. Nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
No matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. Wait, I wasn't finished.
All right, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh,
G.I. Joe! What the fuck? This is my hat now. This is totally my hat.